Let's go to Sherry, who's on the line rather, in White Lake, Michigan. Sherry, you're on the Ken Coleman Show.
Hi, thanks for calling me.
Sure. How can I help?
So I'm in a funny spot. I have worked at a local college for a while now, since 2001, bought 5 years of retirement. And so now I'm 41 years old. I can retire in a little over 7 years with a 30-year pension. But it's not what it used to be. Exciting, get up in the morning, excited to go to work. And I actually have a passion for cars. I used to sell cars for my dad. We had a little used car lot. And so I would love to sell cars. And my family thinks that I'm crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So if I leave now, I can get my pension when I'm 60. So I would have to wait a lot longer. But I think the potential to make a lot more money is there for me.
100%.
And I know I could get a job tomorrow selling cars.
Yeah.
So it's a hard spot to be in because my family's saying you're crazy. And then you go to the dealership. I usually buy a new car or lease a new car every year. It's terrible. But I feel at home or comfortable in a dealership. So it's funny, but they, a lot of them, they work long hours. So they complain. They're like, you're so lucky because I'm off 2 weeks at Christmas time. So I have a lot of good things here, but
hold on a second.
It's a hard decision to make.
Yeah, it is. It is a hard decision emotionally, but it's not a hard decision mentally. Can we just admit that? You and I both know what the right decision is.
Yeah.
What's the right decision?
I think so.
No, you know. Your emotion is making
what you love.
Yeah. So here, let me ask you a couple of questions.
Okay.
Is it your life or is it their life?
It's mine.
Oh, interesting. Are you responsible for your decisions or are they responsible for your decisions?
100% I am.
Why do you think that they think you're crazy?
Well, they will say, like, what if the economy crashes and you sell no cars and you're paid only on commission, you're not making any money, and you're working long hours? So they try to tell me that would be a bad decision because if I wait a little over 7 years, I can get my pension and, sell cars.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what they think I should do.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay. But you didn't answer my question. What do you think's driving them to say that? Do you know what there's a one-word answer. Do you know what it is? Why are they saying that to you? They think you need to make the blank decision. Fill the blank in.
The best decision or a safe decision.
There it is. There's the word safe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's funny that family members who really do have our backs and they really do want the best for us. I mean, these are, but they're the ones that are discouraging you from doing the thing that you love. Why? Because they're like, it's not safe.
Right.
All right. I got an option. Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Well, first of all, you know what? Before I don't want to sway you in the wrong way. So let me tell you what I think based on what you gave to me, and then I'm going to give you another option. Okay?
Okay.
All right. I think you should do what you love. You've always loved cars. You've loved cars for a long time. You know you're good at selling cars. And if for some reason the dealership you're working for or the economy tanks or whatever, you're still going to have a great pension at 60, and you could go get another job because you're just that kind of person. So I don't think it's a big risk. And I think a person who loves cars could also stay in the car industry. What happens if you look at other things besides selling cars? So the first thing I would say is, okay, you love cars. Does it mean you got to sell cars? Well, you've sold cars, so that kind of is coloring your perspective because you know you've done it. You know you're good at it. But the reality is there's probably about 5, 7, 10 different things you could do in the automobile industry.
Yeah.
Did you ever think about it that way?
I don't know what.
Well, no, hold on a second. Sure you do. You've got experience and you've got talent. There are lots of jobs in the automobile industry that you could perform. Yes or no?
I'm sure there are, yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Here's my point. All your eggs aren't in the car sales basket. So I'm trying to help you because they are emotionally affecting you. They're making you question your sanity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then. So that's my response. I think you should go sell cars. Now,
Okay.
here's one option that is not trying to placate your family, but it is a strategic option that will be super smart, regardless of what the family says. Okay, here it is.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Your work hours are what in your current role?
8:30 to 5.
8:30 to 5. What's your family situation?
My girls are grown.
So it's just you and the hubs?
Yep.
Okay. Who says that you can't sell cars part-time a couple nights a week and maybe on Saturdays, maybe Sunday afternoons? Dip your toe.
I've looked at doing that, and I think for sales they want someone who is there more, but I may be able to find someone who's willing to just let me kind of assist. I could look into that a little bit more.
That's the answer. You need to look into it. There's got to be somebody who's fine with a part-time car salesman. Okay?
Right.
I just got to believe that. And let me just explain why I'm mentioning this. This allows you to get back into it and just confirm that this is exactly what you want to do. And you're making some extra money, which you could pad the old bank account and plan the transition. You know what I mean? And it just allows you to kind of ease back into it strategically. Well, yeah, I did it. But having been doing this part-time for 6 months, I know I don't want to work full-time for this particular dealer. So I'm going to get my antenna up, and I'm going to find the right place for me to step into. So I like that approach, but I say do it. I don't care which way you do it, but I wanted to give you another option. Because the option I give you is a really smart way of following your heart.
Right.
Okay? But I want you to do it. And listen, tell the family, hey, love you guys. Number one, I want you to know I got a good plan.
Right.
Number two, you need to know that I got to follow my heart or I'm going to die slowly. And when I get to the point when I can even get my pension early, I'm going to be a zombie, and I don't want to live that way.
Right.
And then you just move forward. Just a quick note, I've said this many times on the show before, when you've got friends and family that are cautioning you from going after what it is you dream of, the people who will poo-poo your dreams, the people who will try to tell you that your dreams aren't smart, that they aren't safe, are the ones who've never chased their own. Well, I'm just going to let that sit because that's the truth. And so you better consider the source. Have they ever gone after anything that they love? Are they living on purpose? You know, Sherry doesn't have to just jump Geronimo here and do something stupid. All she was saying is she's bored out of her skull and she wants to move into something she loves. She wasn't talking about some crazy investment, buying oceanfront property in Arizona. There was none of this going on. Nothing about what she said is crazy, and yet her I'm guessing her parents, or siblings or whatever, are just questioning her like she's nuts. Why? Because she's got a super cushy, safe thing. Oh, folks, please don't fall into that mindset where you just want to live life to be safe. You want to just walk around and bubble wrap all day long? Well, I'm safe. Yeah, and you're miserable. Wrap yourself in bubble tape and walk around the house for an hour. See how that feels. It's fun for the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes, because you're bumping into everybody and you're like, hey, sweetheart, go get that butcher knife out of there and throw it right at my stomach. So she goes and throws it, and it pops a couple bubbles, and it sticks to the bubble wrap, and you can't feel it. Ha, ha, ha! Oh, that's awesome. You just threw a butcher knife at me, and it stuck to the 8 layers of bubble wrap. This is awesome. Hey, hold on. Hey, sweetheart, hold on. I'm going to lay down. Hey, go get one of those heavy boxes out in the garage, and let's drop that on my ankle. Ha! I didn't feel anything. This is so safe. This is awesome. That's the first 10 minutes. The next 10 minutes, you start to get hot and uncomfortable. Your joints aren't moving because you're wrapped up in bubble tape. You're starting to get stiff. You've run out of things to test your safety, and now the newness of being so safe has worn off and you realize, oh, I thought that I was safe. Now I realize I'm stuck in the bubble wrap and I'm not enjoying it. It's not comfortable. I'm hot. I'm itchy. I'm uncomfortable. I can't move. And here's the best part. But oh well, I am safe, so I'll just stay wrapped up in it. This is what you do. Now, the bubble wrap experience, everybody goes, hey, sweetheart, could you cut the bubble wrap off? It was fun. We got a couple great videos out of it, and we move on. But most people in this world will stay with the misery of being safe because they know the misery. They feel the misery. They know what to expect with the misery. And so we're kind of fine dancing with the devil because we know what the devil is. But oh my goodness, you start talking about the unknown and charting your own course and stepping out and getting after it. And oh boy, that's not fun. I'd rather be miserable than deal with the butterflies of the unknown. I'm telling you folks, that's what's going on.